Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Riepel from IPL Cosmetic Surgery and Laser Dermatology in San Ramon, California. And tonight I'd like to talk to you about a technology that's near and dear to me, and it's for the removal of tattoos. Well, let me tell you a little story about us. We have many laser technologies to do almost everything, and for the last 15 years since I've been doing laser surgery, I've had a keen interest in obtaining a tattoo removal laser. I've really watched the technology over the years though, and there hadn't been any new developments really for 10, 15, 20 years in tattoo removal. The problem with the older tattoo removal devices, and the ones that had been available until just this last year, were that they delivered the energy in a fraction of a second, but not quickly enough to get rid of the majority of tattoos. What this meant is that you had to have lots of different lasers to remove the various colors of tattoos, and in many cases there'd be colors that none of the lasers could remove. So what this meant to the practicing physician is that one would go about doing the treatment, treat over and over and over and over again, and have a fairly significant number of patients, 30%, 40%, where you really could never completely remove their tattoo, and sometimes even half the color was still left in the tattoo and you'd be done treating, there was nothing further you could do. Well, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I really like and strive to obtain technology that has very low risk and works very well. And I have to admit, I bought a few lasers in my career that didn't do that, and I ended up having to shelve them after a very short period of time. But what happened next was a little story about a patient of mine that came in. And this is a patient who's actually an RN and does laser procedures on patients. She doesn't work for us, she works for another physician. But she came in to us because she comes to us for a specific problem that she has that we treat. And I noticed that her tattoo that she had, that she'd been trying to treat for a number of years, looked much better. And I said, well, how did that happen? And she said, well, you can't believe this. I just heard about this laser very recently ago, and I went and I had it done. It's called the PicoSure laser. And after many treatments with other lasers, I went for one treatment, and my tattoo is half better compared to before. And I'd been at a standstill, she said. So this really interested me, and so that night I went home and I started investigating the newest technology. And sure enough, I came to realize that this laser is truly the world's greatest laser at removing tattoos. And it's leaps and bounds beyond the previous laser technology available. This is it right here. It's called the PicoSure, and it's from Cynosure. Cynosure is the same company that developed the revolutionary SmartLipo laser for liposuction that we use very frequently in our practice. Well, what's unique about the PicoSure laser is that it delivers the energy in about 1/1000th of the time that it takes for the older lasers, the Q-switch lasers, to deliver tattoo removal energy. And that's really key, because what happens when you deliver laser energy to a tattoo is if it's delivered more slowly in what are called nanoseconds, which is still a fraction of a second, like the older lasers, you get a little bit of particle breakup here and there, a little bit of absorption of the energy by the color of the tattoo. But the PicoSure delivers it in 1/1000th the time of those lasers, so you get larger absorption of the energy into those particles and a much greater breakup. And as a result, it's able to remove vast numbers of colors that the other lasers are not able to remove, and in a fraction of the time. So this laser has taken us from being able to do a laser tattoo removal and remove maybe 50 to 60% to getting excellent results in almost all tattoos, and in a fraction of the time. So instead of taking maybe 12, 15, 20 treatments, it may take 4 to 8. And that can be really a key, because a lot of us want to get our tattoos off very quickly. You don't want to be waiting 1.5, 2 years before your tattoo is gone, because you can only do treatments every 6 weeks. Instead, after 4 to 5 treatments, that tattoo will be gone or almost gone with this new laser. And it's also phenomenal for tattoos that have been treated before. As with my patient, the tattoo is just not going anywhere, and now the person can come in, have this device, and get rid of the rest of that tattoo. So I'm very excited about this laser. And you know, in medicine, we're not allowed to say by our boards that something is the world's best. If we say something is the world's best, we have to be able to submit evidence that that's the case. And in the case of the PicoSure, I can say that this truly is the world's best laser for tattoo removal at this point in time. There is no other device that comes even close. So we have a vast experience with laser technology and with removal of all kinds of things from the skin using lasers. And so I suggest coming in and talking to us about this laser. Don't go to any place else with a non-PicoSure laser before you come in and talk to us, because I think this technology, it's so important you understand the keys to this technology and what it does over other lasers that it is worth your while to come in and at least talk to us about what's involved. So thanks for listening tonight. We appreciate it.